This is Angel Connect, the podcast, episode number 3, an interview with Naren, Bakshi. In this episode, Hall Martin interviews Naren Bakshi at the conference for TieCon in Silicon Valley in 2014. As you'll hear in this episode, Naren gives us the idea of what an angel investor group is required to have, how to start one, and his own experiences in creating the chapter that he is in with Tie, and how he got them to go beyond their thinking and possibly their apprehension that there was a conflict of interest and go into a successful area of angel investing. So let's listen in as Hall Martin interviews Naren Bakshi.
So you're known by Martin?
That's right. My name is Hall Martin. I'm with Angel Connect here at TieCon Silicon Valley 2014. And we have with us Naren, who is going to talk with us about angel investing in the Tie area. Naren?
My name is Naren Bakshi. I have been in the United States since 1966, 48 years ago. And I've been involved with TIE, the first ever conference in Silicon Valley. So I've seen the growth of leadership in a big way. And in fact, when we got started, I don't think any one of us had even heard of the word angel investing. So angel investing has been a newer phenomena, although concept of angel has been there from ages. Angel always meant somebody who cared for you, whether it's friends and family. That was all angel investing. Now it has been formalized to mean something more meaningful that people can recognize. So it has been formalization of something that always has been there and will always be there. Should I continue? So just think about somebody with an idea. An idea naturally is something that he wants to do and he needs resources. Sometimes person is lucky that he can create his own resources, but many a time he needs to get some help from some quote angels. Now the difference between angel investors and I will use the word professional investors is that professional investors have a very defined process that they are accountable to somebody else. So if there is a VC fund, whatever investment they're doing, they're not doing it at their own whims. It is something that they have raised money about. They are giving an expectation of certain returns in certain spaces. Whereas if I'm an angel investor, I'm talking about my own money, my own interest. And overnight, I can change my interest that I wish. It can keep on changing. So when somebody really thinks about finding an angel investor, they should think about finding somebody for whatever reasons. He has to be interested in either me or somehow my idea. So it's got to be either you, they just love you for some reason, they become your friends, they really believe that you will do something great, so they've gotten deeply invested in you. Or somehow the idea that you have talked just appeals them. And they want to get involved in that idea. In that sense, not passive. They want to be actively doing something with you that also gives them a pleasure and excitement. Generally, rarely, if it is a single angel investor, it is doing it only for money. Naturally, since it is investing, he is expecting returns, but in a different informal way compared to VC. Also, there is a range of things here. I can be a single angel investor. I can join an angel group where together we are trying to invest. And there is a degree of formalization that happens in these areas. If I want to realize it, I was the first person along with one other charter member here in Silicon Valley. A dozen years ago, we thought of creating a forum for angel investing. Unfortunately, it was not fully understood at that time, up to the point where some of our own charter members felt that we shouldn't even be doing it at TIE because they thought, God, it could be conflict of interest. Meaning, At that time, we were very purist. We are here to mentor, to help, to advise. And if we invest and we get some return, somebody will accuse you that you screwed up somebody. So I ran number of meetings like this. Investors or charter members got interested, but there was enough backlash. We said time is not right, stopped it. And just to give you an example, what normally happens is people that get known quite a bit for whatever reasons, someone like Kanwal Rekhi or whoever at that time got known. So lots of people, they go to them, and suppose they pick one idea to invest, and fellow charter members started to say, oh God, he's getting all the best deals. Why is it not getting shared by everybody? So there were some reasons why at that time, because it was a new thing, we weren't sure, we backed off. Fortunately, world has evolved. Realize that VCs, even before VCs come, there is a need for some support. And to the extent we can provide that support with transparency, then it's a good thing. If it is my alone, I can do whatever I want. If I want anybody else to join me, only requirement that is absolutely essential is transparency. I don't do anything behind the scene. If I am investing along with mentoring, I let him know, look, this is my expectation. So as long as it's transparent, it's not a bad thing, it's a great thing. So slowly and slowly, Thai angels have evolved here at Silicon Valley. But it is very pleasing to see so many of our chapters, including the one that I helped create in Rajasthan, it's created Thai angels. They all can run somewhat differently with their own rules. As long as they are transparent rules, then it works beautifully. So I truly believe that angel investors have a role to play, a significant role to play in boosting entrepreneurship beyond what we could do from friends and family. For example, just to give you a recent example, last year when I visited Thai Rajasthan, one of the things I always do there is when I reach there, I ask the Thai local group, executive director, say, identify 4 or 5 good entrepreneurs where I would like to interview them, talk with them, and see if one of them sounds right, I may be able to invest or advise or do something. So last year, for some reason, they invited me to meet with 2 young people in Jaipur. Both of them agricultural scientists who had invented something new in that town. Somehow, it appealed to me because of my own personal reasons. Now, just see how excitement or personal reasons happen. For last 3 years, I had focused on improving my own health. I worked hard and lost 85 pounds. But as part of that process, one element of success was I started to eat a lot more enjoyable raw vegetables. Here, you can get a lot of good vegetables easily, organic food. You can go to Whole Foods, many places, and there is certification, there is a lot of dependence. When I went to Jaipur, where all of these regulations are not there, not clear, you go to a shop, you don't even know what you're getting. They maybe have a lot of fertilizers, pesticides. So every time I go there, me and my wife stay away from salads and greens. So it was a pain. So this company comes and tells me that I can grow my own vegetables on my rooftop. And I said, what? Showed me. And I said, wow, it's even something that I can see the benefit myself. So I just visited 5, 7, 8 places, and it seemed like they were doing it, but at a very slow scale. They didn't have any funding. They had no support. In fact, it started to reach a point where family didn't want to support the entrepreneur anymore. The fight, almost a fight between father and a son. Son was still passionate. Father says, you're wasting your life. So they approached me, and I could see the potential value because of my own experience. So I said, look, if you are really interested, I would like to help you. They said, we want more than help. We want really, completely want you to become chairman of this company. because without that we won't progress. So I somehow, because of, remember I said passion, my own need, my interest in learning about it, drove me to become chairman of this company, my own money. But I wanted to also make sure, see, these are the kinds of things that angels can do. So I said, look, Pratik was his name, Pratik Tiwari. I said, look, before I do it, I want to know your family. So I decided to go and meet his wife. I decided to go meet his parents, understand the environment, why is he doing it, fully understand his life story. And in the process, I was able to birth the thinking process of his own father. Now, his own father is a very successful person, but he was what? He was the head of police in the entire state of Rajasthan. All his life, he had only seen bureaucracy, administration, police, security. So for him to see his brightest kid who was getting A++, had done MBA, and he's doing this farming, low class, working with soil, and so he thought he's wasting his life. And he thought, God, he will just spoil this. So he asked me, Mr. Bakshi, why are you excited? I said, look, if it works, it's a big thing. So do you really believe? I said, look, I see it in my own life. I see it in Silicon Valley. Whole Foods and Austin and all that is happening. So it is the right trend. Now, if we can support him, I told him there is only 30% chance that he will succeed big time. It's a high-risk project. I'm willing to put X amount of money. Would you be willing to put equal amount for your own son? Because I was putting in, he got a lot more positive. There's got to be something in it. Maybe my son is not bad after all. So we not only converted him, he became vice chairman of the board. And now he is the biggest supporter for this company. The company that started a pilot last 12 months ago, because we got him the best support in the world, has now gone this quarter in scaling up mode. Multi-city. They're getting requests from multiple cities to create franchisees. But it required the passion of an angel along with the founder to make it happen. We were able to even think about international angels and international markets. When I understood what they were doing, I came to remember that somebody in Austin, Texas was very high tech, but very interested in this field. I called him up and said, look, I'm seeing something great in Jaipur. In the area of your passion for 20 years, I've seen you. Would you consider becoming his advisor? He got excited. So Mr. Mehta, sitting in Austin, Texas, became the chief strategy officer for this company. Chief strategy officer sitting in Austin of a company in Jaipur, because angel investment happened. At that time, no VC would have touched it. I'm convinced sometime this year, these will come after him. Already one VC approached him. They've already had discussion. So there is a time where VC don't have that kind of passion. They won't come. That's when angels play a big role. So to summarize what I've said, I truly believe that angel investing in a concept is not new. Friends and family always supported somebody they liked. In this case, it is liked plus what they are doing. It could be somebody that gets introduced. But we must remember that the people who are true angel investors are the people who want to get involved. When they get involved along with their money, that's when the biggest value is. If they just give you money, it is not really as much help as a true angel will do. That is, he is involved in your work, he becomes your advisor, he becomes your supporter, and yet he takes risk with his money, where he is not accountable to somebody else for returns. It could become $1 billion company, that's okay. So I'm not saying that every angel needs to be only philanthropic, only because he loves somebody. Completely okay to have your expectations, but generally speaking, these people are doing it because they also like the person or the concept. So I hope more and more chapters around the world will adopt this need, because the biggest value is at early stage. And the difficulty with VCs at early stages, they don't have enough time. These are professionals. They have, sometimes angel investor has to give just $25,000, $50,000, and somebody gets started. There are initiatives like Thai Silicon Valley has done with Thai Launchpad, formalize their process whereby they are going to give 8 companies every 6 months $50,000. So Silicon Valley just created a $5 million fund, properly run. At that early stage, I would really call it as angel investors in a formal way. So many variations of these models are happening around the world. And because these are happening and because they are global, the innovation speed is going to even redouble because of these possibilities. So I'm delighted that I'm here. And Houston is a place that I was there, by the way. Day one, I was the keynote speaker along with Kanwal Rekhi when Houston chapter was inaugurated. I've kept in touch with them, worked with Ashok Rao, worked with Mr. Semlani and others. I was there 2 years ago only because of health reasons. 3 years ago, Thai Global asked me, and he is the guy who made it happen, Mr. Nara, helped me create a small video of my health journey that got exciting interest. I've been to many chapters since then. And one person in Houston, Mr. Pat Robertson, absolutely said, I must get you to Houston. So somehow he convinced me to come to Texas. I went to Austin and then Houston. That's what they wanted to hear. My presentation in Houston was not about entrepreneurship. The key presentation was my health journey. So that's an area of interest. So what has also happened is that passion continued. So this year, I have become a founding mentor of yet another company called Wellness Mate. Somebody from Intel now leaves, a senior executive from Intel, high-tech MBA person, leaves Intel and has created a team of 9 people, and I've been mentoring them. Now he has reached a point where in this conference he is starting to think of formal funding. Many of these combinations happen, but people that are angel investors play a very important role. So Hal, I hope I have broadly answered, but ask me any other questions.
Well, you talked about the progression of Thai in the angel world. In the early days, they were very reluctant, and today is picking up steam. Where do you see it now as far as the Thai chapters adopting angel investing, and where do you think it will go next?
So what happens in Thai, which we heard yesterday, innovation can happen in any one chapter. But once that chapter does something very good, others come to know that is the value of the network. And then if 2 or 3 chapters are adopted, people start taking notice. Wait a minute, 4 or 5 chapters are doing, there must be something good here. Then it proliferates. So my guess is we've reached that critical mass already. So it will become a significant part of almost every chapter going forward.
And do you find that each chapter is doing it in a different way, or is there a common theme among angel investing among the Thai chapters that could be leveraged in some way?
So broadly, they're learning from each other. But what is equally true is every local situation is different. So what makes Thai strong is that it has a Thai network, broadly speaking, but I wouldn't say 100%, about 95% autonomy, right? Meaning Houston chapter leadership is Houston chapter. They have their own money. They have their own leaders. They select their own president. They select their own executive board. They look around and see what will work in Houston, and they invent. So angel investing groups are also going to be the same way. There are very well developed angel groups by now in Thai Mumbai, Thai Delhi, Rajasthan, Silicon Valley, and so many. But each one that I know of are not complete replica of each other. They have borrowed the best principle as they see fit their local area.
I was at your presentation in Austin where you talked about your story. I was quite fascinated by it, and was also interested to say when you were talking to them about how the Thai Global, what they do for the chapter is basically they will let you be dissolved, and everything else must come from the chapter themselves. They must decide they want to do it. They must put the effort into it. And angel investing is kind of the same way. No one can just make you do angel investing. You have to want to do it. It has to be from the grassroots up. Can you talk more about that?
So, Thai model, which I talked in Austin, is really allowing local people to do something for local people. The idea really was that here is a group of people that want to give back collectively in some way. They approach Thai Global to see whether we can lend our brand to them, ideas to them. And if we feel, and the process has been improved every year, that chapter has the critical mass, has gone through the thinking process. When we opened Austin, we didn't have those processes, but now they are in place. I was chapter support chairperson for 5 years. So I had an opportunity to work with many chapters. We refined it, improved it. And one thing that has been clear from day one, and the debate can continue as to how much top-down, how much local, but broadly speaking, Thai chapters are very autonomous. Only those things that nobody else can do should be done at global. For example, we talked yesterday again, having a common web presence is a good thing because that promotes Thai brand. Making it better and better is a good thing. So there are few elements that must be done. Same thing is angel investing. A broad principle can be given which says, look, if you do it, make sure ethics are there. Make sure we don't screw up entrepreneurs because they are less experienced than the angel investors. Make sure whatever you do is open and transparent. Those things can be taken care of, but the only stick we have at the end of the day is that, truly speaking, at some point in time, Thai Global believes this chapter is doing things that are not consistent with Thai mission and doing it in a way that could hurt the brand around the world. Then, with due process, they have the full authority. With due process, it may take 3 months, give you an opportunity to correct. Say, we are taking away your brand, shut down your chapter. Right? So, that is the only final power. That is the right one. That should always remain, otherwise brands get corrupted. Now, how much to use, when to use, that is a continuous judgment. Every global board every year might have to slightly adjust. But I have been full supporter of this broad distributed model with some support, some cooperation, some controls.
Well, that's a great history of the Thai chapters with angel investing, and your own personal experience is fascinating to hear as well. What final word would you give to a Thai chapter that's just now embarking on angel investing? What would you advise them to do to prepare for it?
So, luckily, there is a very easy approach to find out how many Thai angel groups exist and how many chapters. One quick email to PK Agarwal or somebody will give you that information readily. You should send a mail to all of them, spend half an hour each or whatever it takes, interview those people, then absorb it and see what combination of these best practices do you want to have in your chapter and get started. Don't delay. Get started, because enough learning has taken place. You know your situation and your local area. That you know. Nobody else can tell you that. But what has worked in Austin, what has not worked in Houston, what has worked where, can be a starting point for your chapters.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and we hope to see you next time.
Thank you, Hal. It was wonderful that you even remembered my trip to Austin and Houston. I'm delighted to be here, and I'm delighted that this conference that we are at has itself reinvented. It has become better and better, and I'm delighted.